Swadika, thank you for joining us on Newsline. We are broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88 and on NBT World. It's Friday, November the 13th, and you're with me, Tra Thirakalsan. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story, the Ministry of Interior and the Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives have been assigned by the Prime Minister to come up with ways to raise the water storage capacity of Ubon Ratchathani province. While in Ubon Ratchathani for a meeting with a joint public-private committee in charge of tackling economic problems in the lower northeast, Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha expressed his concerns over the water situation in the province. He tasked the Interior Ministry and the Agriculture and Cooperatives Ministry with finding measures to increase local water reserves and ensure efficient water management. The Prime Minister asked local agriculturalists for their cooperation in heeding the official report in regards to the amount of water available in each area before deciding to begin their cultivation. He suggested the farmers plant only crops that are suitable for their locality while insisting that agricultural products should be produced in line with market demands. On this occasion, General Prayut also showed appreciation to farmers who have voluntarily changed the types of their crops so as to help save water during the dry season. Prime Minister General Prayut Chan-o-cha has asked concerned officials to raise the understanding among non-governmental organizations or NGOs of the government's attempt to drive the country in a better direction. On his official visit to Ubon Ratchathani, Prime Minister General Prayut presided over a meeting of the Joint Public-Private Committee for Solving Economic Problems in the Lower Northeastern Provinces at the Kanchanapisek Art and Cultural Center of Ubon Ratchathani Ratchapat University. As part of his address to the attendants, the Premier reiterated the government's commitment to the endeavors of lifting the people's quality of life, increasing income, providing troubled farmers with supplementary jobs, improving the standard of farm products, and harmonizing the work between public and private organizations. General Prayut requested the committee, particularly representatives of the private sector, to help persuade NGOs to have trust in the government and cooperate in the effort to change the country for the better and towards true democracy in accordance with the National Reform Roadmap. The Ministry of Interior has revealed that more than 600,000 Thais in both Thailand and abroad have expressed their interest in joining Bike for Dad on December 11th. Interior Minister General Anupong Paujinda revealed that out of the 607,090 people joining the biking campaign, 99,999 are in Bangkok, 498,105 are from other provinces, and the remaining 9,805 are living overseas. General Anupong has instructed provincial governors and related agencies to provide security for participants of this event. The campaign will be organized in honor of His Majesty the King's 88th birthday anniversary on December 5th. The National Legislative Assembly, or NLA, has accepted the Trademark Act in principle in its first reading. The act is expected to help Thailand protect its products against piracy. The NLA sitting on Thursday, chaired by NLA President Ponpet Wichitcholachai, voted 183-0 with 3 abstentions to accept in principle the Trademark Act, which was proposed by Deputy Commerce Minister Suwit Mesinsi, who is also a former member of the defunct National Reform Council, or NRC. The lawmakers are obligated to make a revision to the proposed act if needed within the next 15 days. The NLA has up to 60 days whether to pass it into a law. Once it has been promulgated, Thailand will be able to sign the Madrid Protocol, an international treaty that allows a trademark owner to seek registration in any of the countries that have joined the Madrid Protocol. In other words, the protocol seeks to protect members against piracy or patent infringement. The Deputy Minister for Commerce also told the Assembly that the Department of Intellectual Property had already formed a team to conduct a thorough study on the protocol so that Thailand can gain maximum benefits from the agreement. The Constitution Drafting Commission, or CDC, has not yet concluded the calculation of party list MP seats. It confirmed that concerns from all sides are being taken into consideration. CDC spokesman Norajit Singh Haseni said the CDC on Thursday considered methods to calculate party list MP seats, but no conclusion has been reached. The meeting also tried to find ways to make the public understand the calculation method easily and took concerns from all sides into consideration. The committee earlier agreed that the number of party list MPs of each party must not exceed 150. The meeting also considered the Charter's sections on independent organizations such as the National Anti-Corruption Commission and the State Audit Commission. According to the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission, or NBTC, TrueMove H Universal Communication Company Limited and Advanced Wireless Network Company Limited, or AIS, have won 4G licenses. The NBTC said TrueMove H and AIS were the highest bidders in the 30-hour-long auction, competing for 2 licenses for 15 megahertz each on the 1,800 megahertz spectrum. The TrueMove H offered 39.79 billion baht and won the first license, while AIS won the second license at 40.99 billion baht. The auction was closed at 80.778 billion baht in the 86th round. The price of the first license was 150% higher than the reserve price, which was 15.91 billion baht, while the price for the second license was 158% above the base price. The auction results are expected to be endorsed next week. The Ministry of Culture recently unveiled the Thai Culture mobile application, offering smartphone users a collection of more than 70,000 cultural destinations and related information in the ASEAN region. Culture Minister Wirarot Pochanarat explained the application would display cultural tourist attractions within a 10-kilometer radius from the phone's location. He added that the mobile application contains cultural tourism information in Thai, Chinese, and English about such venues as national parks, temples, traditional settlements, prehistoric cave sites, and markets offering cultural goods. The minister is confident that the application would satisfy the needs of cultural tourists, students, and cultural heritage enthusiasts while promoting tourism in Thailand and ASEAN member countries. He said the application can be modified to include other related information such as traditional accommodations and restaurants. The application is now available for free on both Android and iOS services. The National Food Commission has approved a new national food agenda aimed at bringing stability and prosperity to the country through community empowerment. The meeting was chaired by Admiral Narong Pipattanasai with an agenda of enhancing the country's competitiveness as an exporter of food products worldwide. The meeting also concluded that communities needed to be strengthened in order to enhance the well-being of the Thai people. The committee approved of a strategic plan to manage agricultural economic zones to produce high-quality crops that are environmentally friendly through the use of innovative practices under the concept of smart farmers and smart officers. The plan aims to ensure that Thailand continues to produce quality agricultural products for its citizens and the world. The government is inviting the public to the National Science and Technology Fair 2015. In an interview with NBT World's Thailand Today program, Science and Technology Minister Pichet Durong Kawerod said the fair, which will be held at Muang Thong Thani's Challenger Hall between November 14th and 25, of 2015 is aimed at promoting the adoption of science and technology in all areas. Highlights of the event are the celebration of the International Year of Light and Soil, 3D and 4D movies, simulators, and many others.
The fair would highlight the fact that kids can enjoy through touching and through playing with the exhibits, and we will have a lot of discoveries for them. So I would like to invite the public to bring the children from the 14th to 25th free of charge at Mueang Thong Thani. Please come, please do come, and we are sure that the kids, the Thai kids, will learn quite a bit in this, and every year we have more than 1 million people coming. So this year we expect more. So please join us. Thank you very much.
Please watch the program Thailand Today, which airs tonight at 9:10 p.m. on NBT World. And that's the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. Before we take a quick break, let's take a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. Third core value: being grateful to parents and teachers.
Welcome to ASEAN, a community comprised of 10 countries, each with its unique culture and history, now unifying to bring added prosperity to the region. For centuries, each country remained independent, but now we are coming together to compete in the 21st century globalized world. ASEAN is bringing together more than 600 million citizens and a total land area of 4.4 million square kilometers, and is providing economic opportunities, trade, travel, and new educational possibilities. The combined GDP of all 10 ASEAN countries comes to a total of $2.4 trillion, which means the ASEAN entity ranks amongst the world's major economic powers. The future is here. Welcome to ASEAN, the community of opportunities. The Southeast Asia region is now becoming one.
In under 100 days, countries of this very region enter into the ASEAN community for the first time. The 31st of December is the day of significant change. While many Thais have an understanding of the reasons and benefits for this development, only a few know the history leading up to this new community of Southeast Asian nations. For more on this, Kun Panot Sinsap has the details.
The establishment of a fully integrated ASEAN community is the work of nearly half a century. Its aim is to accelerate the region's economic growth and social progress, along with promoting educational and socio-cultural evolutions of its members. On August 8, 1967, 5 founding fathers, the foreign ministers of Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand, sat down together in the main hall of the Department of Foreign Affairs building in Bangkok and signed a document known as the ASEAN Declaration. By virtue of that document, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, was born.
The establishment of ASEAN since 1967 took us 40 years though, but it's still, we came up with the ASEAN Charter when every member state is ready for an ASEAN Charter. And now we are moving 8 years after the ASEAN Charter, and we will continue to do so because the prosperity, the political stability that it has brought us since 1967.
9 years after the Bangkok Declaration, the ASEAN Secretariat Office was set up in Jakarta in February 1976 by the foreign ministers of ASEAN. Membership was expanded to include Brunei, Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam. The ASEAN Secretariat's basic function is to provide greater efficiency in the coordination of the ASEAN components and for more effective implementation of ASEAN projects and activities. Over the years, ASEAN has progressively entered into several formal and legally binding arrangements, such as the 1976 Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia and the 1995 Treaty on the Southeast Asia Nuclear Weapon-Free Zone.
We believe people as stakeholders. That is the most important component in making ASEAN that we wish to see. Thailand has always believed in connectivity, people's connectivity. We are in ASEAN because of the Thai people stand to benefit from it.
Crucial to the success of the ASEAN community is the capacity of ASEAN to build and strengthen its intra-regional connectivity and sub-regional groupings. Given the region's heterogeneous character, ASEAN needs to be able to establish projects that will make it cohesive despite its heterogeneity. The Master Plan on ASEAN Connectivity is ASEAN's flagship project to realize a closer and more integrated Southeast Asian region. Adopted on the 28th of August 2010 through the Hanoi Declaration on the Adoption of the Master Plan on ASEAN Connectivity, the Master Plan is a strategic document and plan of action that aims to enhance the region's physical infrastructure, institutions, and people-to-people relations. Next, ASEAN leaders took a decision at the 23rd ASEAN Summit in November 2013 to develop a post-2015 vision and truly people-oriented, rules-based ASEAN. For NBT World, I'm Bernard Season-Sap in Jakarta, Indonesia.
And staying in the region, election officials in Myanmar continued to tally votes on Tuesday as the country waited for official word that the opposition National League for Democracy had won in a landslide. In the capital, Naypyidaw, officials held a news conference to give the latest numbers and also to clarify issues relating to the counting. Union Election Commissioner UEC Chairman Tin Ai stepped in to assist officials answer questions of local journalists on the legitimacy of the way absentee ballots were being processed in Lashio, where people had complained that there were more votes cast than the number of actual voters. Meanwhile, at the NLD headquarters, officials dismantled screens and speakers set up to announce the results. They had told the thousands of supporters who had flocked to the headquarters on Monday evening to go home and wait for the official results before celebrating. Elsewhere around the world, several representatives of Syrian opposition groups met with the Russian Foreign Ministry in Moscow this week to discuss details of the upcoming talks on the Syrian conflict, which will be held in Vienna this weekend. At a press conference following the discussion on Thursday, Quadri Jamil of the Syrian People's Front for Change and Liberation said that neither the Syrian government nor any Syrian opposition groups have been invited to join the talk that will be held on Saturday. However, diplomats are likely to agree during the talks on a list of opposition groups that will be invited to UN-brokered peace talks in Syria. Jamil also said that Syrians believe a political system that is in accordance with the Syrian current situation should be built. Earlier, Russia made a proposal on changes to the constitutional process in Syria, which will take up to 18 months. The 8-point proposal, however, does not talk about whether Syrian President Bashar al-Assad will participate in the early election during the transition. Thousands of migrants continue their journey to northern Europe by trains from the Serbian town of Sid. They had crossed into Serbia from Macedonia, and some of them had to spend a night in the open waiting to get their registration papers. The UNHCR is preparing for the upcoming winter, building facilities at the station in Sid and the camps in Princip Povac and Ada Servici. In the meantime, Slovenian soldiers began the construction of barbed wire fence close to the border with Croatia a day after the government said it would start to put up fences to help control large numbers of migrants. Slovenia said on Tuesday it would put up temporary technical hurdles along its border with Croatia in the coming days to control migrant flow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi pitched for his Make in India initiative as his government takes steps to encourage more investment in India. At the Guildhall, a historic building in the heart of London's financial district, Modi appealed to business leaders to invest in a more transparent India. He outlined how much work had been done by India to make the country more business-friendly. Britain and India were poised to sign £9 billion or $13.7 billion of trade deals. However, concerns have been raised about India's handling of intellectual property rights. Even U.S. companies have cited that intellectual property rights concerns are one of the major obstacles to doing more business in India. British Prime Minister David Cameron said he wanted to support Modi in his efforts to transform India with improved infrastructure and education. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. For any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook. Just simply type in NNT or check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/en. We're going to say goodbye with footage of some highlights of a 6-goal thriller after the Thai national football team beat Taiwan 4-2 in a World Cup qualifier. I'm Pra Thirakosan. Have a wonderful day. Sawasdee ka.